You guys had waken up from your morning uh, at the kind of new abode that you have won. Uh, you had your
Monster
carriage
house.
packed and you set off for Denaspine Landing. On your travels, you passed by a sad-looking man and stopped at a site where there were some heavy bird activity. And when you got there, there were these frog people, or frog folk, essentially, that had these crystalline, scaly growths on their bodies. And you figured out that if you hit them, or if you're in a certain range and you don't succeed on a Constitution saving throw, uh, you are deafened. Actually, you are silenced, not deafened. Um, Especially after hitting them. When you approached Kintar, you were merely deafened. Uh, Other people could hear you, but you couldn't hear other people. Uh, and then after you struck the crystal, it was total silence. Um, After you guys kind of collected yourselves and some of the crystal, after carving up one of those frog things, uh, you got back on the wagon and you made your way into the mountain range that led up to the pass to Denaspine Landing. Kintar, you had a tense but intriguing interaction with the local Thessal uh, population.
Almost burned down
A
a fucking
small
carriage.
hummingbird cicada mixture that has a tendency to cultivate lightning around its body.
I can't
Uh,
wait to see the art of that, by the way.
I already have art of those
Hell
creatures
yeah.
made up. I just gotta send it to you
Really?
guys.
I
We'll
can't
need
wait.
we'll need to get that posted too. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually should be on my Instagram somewhere.
Sick.
That being said, uh, you made your way up without burning anything down and without incurring the wrath of tiny but furious creatures. Uh, and you made your way into Denaspine Landing. When you got to the door, you were greeted by two of the locals, uh,
Large
and
locals.
they kind of, yeah, two of the large locals, and they berated you for a little bit until they saw Fezzik, and they were like, "Oh yeah, come on in."
They were really
Uh,
mean. They didn't like my song at all, and I did really well on that song.
you did. Uh,
I rolled like a natural 20. I'm pretty sure they didn't give a
I
fuck,
think
and
it
I'm
was a
just saying that
15.
hurts a man's pride a little bit.
uh, but as you guys made it into town, you guys saw that all of their buildings are made of these massive snail shells, um, and it is kind of high-rise farmland, and the cultivation of these snail creatures that seem to start very, very small and grow to large proportions. Yes, Kintar.
In the farmland, are there beanstalks?
No, not big tower and beanstalks. There are
We're the giants, so wouldn't make sense
yeah,
for us to
there
have the
are
stocks.
really big fruits and stuff like that. Like you'll see huge pumpkins and you'll see like really big carrots. The livestock grows really well up here. Uh, you're not sure if it's because of the environment itself or if it's because of the giants' green thumbs. I guess I'll say. Uh,
Do they grow giant fruit and plants or what?
uh, Through your kind of small
I don't want
path
to get
through
crushed to
town,
death. It's the worst way a man can go.
I want
you
to use a cantaloupe like a hot tub.
you do see
A weird goal. A
you
really
do
specific
see
goal.
like fruit trees. There seem to be lots of orange cherry trees in a single grove that's kind of out. Uh, they seem to be pretty normal sized, but the bark on them is white, kind of speckled with a red flashing in the texture of the wood itself, but the leaves themselves are like fire orange. Fezzik, you would know that in the winter months, these trees lose their leaves and do not retain any snow because they are called phoenix trees. When their petals fall to the ground, they catch fire and it burns the tree down, regrowing the entire thing again in a year. And it is the only way to get flame cherries off of these
California
trees.
would hate these trees.
Oh yeah, they would not fly.
Hey, at least they
Totally
put
against
themselves
board.
out, right?
Right. They
Too
do
soon, bro.
require a cold environment to live. They are suitable up here because it is frigid, but it is not unbearable. You're high up in the mountains at this point, so it is normal to expect some colder temperatures.
I just imagine a cute person like living down in a cabin in the forest, like down below the mountain, and like a gust brings all these leaves off from this fucking tree,
Burns
and
their
then,
house
like
down.
literally just like they go away in the wind for a while, and the person's just like, just cutting some wood in the morning, just getting it ready for the fire inside the fireplace. As all these leaves just scatter across his roof, and then just.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
I kind of
home.
skimmed over how this trip up the mountain went for you guys. It was a long time up the mountain. It was, the sun was out when you guys entered the mountain range, but as you guys got closer to Denaspine, it was like evening, nighttime. You guys traveled for a good couple of hours up the mountainside. And so Denaspine is very rarely traversed by anybody other than the giants. It's dangerous. The roads are thin, and
Trev, you and I had the same thought. They're giants. Why are the roads thin?
Yeah,
Exactly.
thin to us.
yes,
Fuck. Oh, they don't want visitors. That's why. Fucking pricks.
Yeah, but like, I still don't understand the logic. How did they? I don't.
They don't leave.
Sorry, continue.
as I'll kind of recap the you guys coming into town or approaching this hut. The grass is short, seems freshly cut. Yes,
I have
Be-
to ask. I have to ask out of like this just hit me and I could like just be wrong and you could retcon it later. I don't care. But I swear to God, did the roads we traveled up, did it like equate to basically fucking stairs for them that they could just like walk down? Like
not that you could
Okay.
tell.
okay,
That
just
would be
wondering 'cause
funny
it's, like,
imagery,
well,
though.
just 'cause,
Like,
like, I
we're
was thinking 'cause,
winding
like,
up.
well, yeah, because like I'm just literally thinking because like they're like small, like they're not big roads for them. So like, oh, they don't need big roads. They could just walk down it like it's fucking stairs.
Love it.
No, you didn't see any stair shapes or any like right angles out there that felt unnatural. But yeah, the air is crisp. Stars are out very bright. There isn't a single cloud in the sky as far as the eye can see. And the lack of light pollution here is really impressive. You can see the like cloudy patches in the stars from just as far out as the mind can comprehend. You notice that all the flowers in the grass are kind of closed. They seem to be kind of daytime opening flowers.
My
The
girlfriend's not around right now. That's why.
the snail creatures that you can see within view are like the size of a fridge,
Terrifying.
and They seem to be pretty slow, and getting a closer look at them, it's almost like if one of those really fuzzy moths were wearing a snail shell
That's so
instead of
cute.
wings.
I want one. Do they have like a
They've got
dog
really
one?
they've got really big black eyes. Uh, and as you guys approach the door,
I'm not kidding.
you
I'll put a dog
hear
size one in the back of the carriage so quick. I will. I'll steal one.
Get back to where my notes is.
Come on, Kintar. I know you're with me on this.
Always.
Yeah, see?
All right. You hear, "Hey, Archie, you mind getting something down from there for me?"
Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah.
And you hear, "Yes, hun." And you hear this hop down, steps kind of across the room, and then him climb up something, pick something off of wherever he climbed up, open this door that sounds like a door. It's like,
Great
and then
description.
he goes,
Poor guy.
here you go, love. Anything else you need for me? She goes, no, that'd be good. And he kind of hops down. What are you guys doing?
Getting this guy a spice out of the cabinet is like a workout for him.
He loves it though.
Behind Fezzik,
He
just
loves
like
it.
hands behind my back.
Yeah, I'm at the front door and I will just go ahead and crack it open. Just kind of open the
Push him
door
into
and
the
crack
door.
it open.
Okay. You crack it open, and are you trying to be stealthy?
No, not really stealthy.
Okay. As you crack the door open, you see your dad standing in the beam of light that comes from the small lanterns outside the door that kind of flicker blue with these glowing moths on the inside of the little canister. The light produced from that lantern kind of shines in and beams right over his eye as he's looking at you, and he goes, "Oh, no way, my boss!" And kind of like takes whatever he was in his hands and throws it, and it sticks to the ceiling. It was a bowl of some kind,
Oh,
but
God.
now it's stuck to the ceiling. Um, as he kind of like barrels towards you, the door slams open, and he barrel hugs you around the chest area, and he can squeeze you, but not as tight as you can squeeze him back. As your attention is focused up, you realize that your mother, who is easily your dad stacked on top of your dad, tall,
He's got a
is
fetish.
is also running
Oh.
at the door. I would like all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah, and as my dad's squeezing me, I just kind of give him a little spin as I'm like pick him up and squeeze him back. See, dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
Well,
I meant to ask that. Uh, I have advantage on dex against effects that you can see while not blinded, deaf, or incapacitated. So does
Yeah.
would this count? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that counts. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I also have advantage on dex saving throws. I
It
rolled
did
a
not
1.
help me at all.
I rolled a 1 and then a 2.
well, we all just got fucked, didn't we? I rolled a 4 plus 3, so only a 7.
I
We
rolled a
all just
3
got
and a
fucked.
I got
7
a 6.
plus
I got a
1, so I got an
6.
8.
I just got fucked.
So
Did I get
let
stomped?
me describe this from about 20 feet back.
He just looks up at his giant mom and goes, "Uppies, uppies."
You see, I'll say, from the perspective of one of the other giants kind of tending to one of the fields, they look up and look over, and they're like, oh, goodness. As the door flies open, and the kind of short, I'd say short, he's a tall guy, to you guys, but human, ultimately, with darker skin. I'll send a picture of his parents to the group chat. Uh, And after about 2 or 3 seconds, they see a giantess leap through the doorway, her arms kind of perfectly scooping all of you up in a massive bear hug that grips all of you together.
Oh, we're gonna
Aw.
die.
I'm so glad I
Uh,
failed that saving throw.
You
No.
take
Anaconda
Please roll low.
squeeze.
4 points of damage.
Okay.
Crushing.
Not bad,
Yeah,
not
4
bad.
points of crushing damage.
This
I still haven't
bitch.
healed up since earlier.
Hey, don't you say that about my mama.
It is non-lethal
That's my inner
damage.
dialogue.
It is non-lethal damage. So it isn't going to mortally wound you. It just might leave some bruises.
Just 4.
4.
Yeah, that's
You know,
fine.
it's not bad.
Yeah, got 47. I'm good.
That's fine.
Yeah, right. Definitely hugged the air out of your lungs.
Yeah, that's where I like my hair.
She goes, "Oh, my boy's back," and just drops everybody into a pile on the ground, and picks everybody up one by
Oh.
one. And she says, "Right, so it's been how long now? A couple of months."
Oh yeah, mama, it's been about 3 months now. It's been a lot of fun though. Smells good what you're cooking in there.
Oh, just you wait. I have yet to add that stuff that your dad likes. But she kind of turns around. She says, "All you come on in. Don't mind the gap in between the door and the stoop. It's gotta get fixed." As you kind of step over, following her in, you do notice a gap in between the kind of grass and the door itself.
Dude,
That
make
just
acrobatics
looks
checks
like-
to get over it.
It just looks like infinite blackness. Like, it is a hole straight down, and it doesn't look like there's a bottom to it.
The crawl space.
Right, yeah. It's big enough for, like, a cat to fit into.
Kintar.
As you enter the house, everything is larger than normal by quite a large margin. The table kind of stands over your head just a little bit. It stands at like eyebrow level, so you gotta like see what's on the table.
Yes, we have to climb up onto our chairs.
This is gonna be so inconvenient for us, dude.
Oh, shut up. Get over yourself.
Dude, come on. I know you're thinking the same thing.
When in Rome. No, I'm not. I'm like, this is like in fucking Dark Souls when I go to Anor Londo, dude. I'm literally like, this is so fucking cool.
Dude, your character's never playing Dark Souls! I was having a conversation with your character! Fuck!
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry, Kintar.
As you guys enter the house, Fezzik.
I didn't realize you were annoyed by the inconvenience of this place, actually. Sorry, Kintar. Kintar, you have to open up. It's a new experience.
Archie, Fezzik's father, as you guys kind of walk in, goes, "Oi, legs!" and snaps his fingers. As he does so, you see 3 chairs run into the room
What the
like
fuck?
excited dogs.
Are these like mimics?
They park at the table and stop dead in their tracks without any more movement. He says, "A couple of guys I picked up along the roads when I was younger.
What
I
the
think I
fuck?
told you that story once. If I didn't, remind me and I tell you at the thing." with
Oh,
everybody
oh,
else.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Perfect. He says, "Take a seat. They won't bite you unless you assholes to them."
I like this guy.
And he kind of walks over. He says over to Hilda, his wife, and says, "You need anything?" She says, "No, just enjoy the time with the lad. It'll be okay." She says, "I'm cooking anyway, and it'll be done shortly, and then we can all go to the event together. Doesn't that sound nice?"
Fezzik, are you Jewish?
I don't think so.
A bit presumptuous. Don't you ask me that when I believe
Well,
them
his
like
mother
that?
definitely is. I mean, I can't be
That's just the
only one.
voice.
Hey, first off, don't assume. She's just a homely mother.
I was talking about her appearance, man. That's
I
kind
guess
of
I guess you never had a grandmother that sounded like this growing up.
that's definitely true.
Look, I'm not Jewish, and my grandma sounded like this growing up. So,
I
Oh,
am
really?
not Jewish, but I have
Yeah.
Jewish blood in me, and my grandmother definitely does sound like this.
just as long as I'm not offending anybody with the voices, I don't
We
mind.
love everyone.
No, I love it.
She kind of goes back to cooking and picks up this like long weasel thing with a short snout and kind of straightens out its back as this puff of red dust kind of floats down into the
This remind me of
whatever she's
Futurama,
making.
when
Yeah.
the dude has the weasel. Bam!
Yeah. And kind of sets it down and it scurries off into the house. Um, you guys taking seats? What are you doing?
I was like, I'm just hopping.
Stairs that I could climb up onto.
Yeah,
Non-sentient options.
Yeah, I'm climbing up onto the normal chairs. I don't want to sit on the fucking sentient shit.
Yeah.
I
Josh, can me and B share a chair?
We probably could.
Yeah.
Like, is it convenient?
Is it big enough?
Oh, certainly. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we'll share a chair.
Cool. I want to like do this like
Straight up, we look like two hobbits sitting on the chairs. Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just hop
after
over
you
and
guys-
sit on the chair that I would normally like across from Dad.
Yeah,
I want to whisper under my
and then
breath.
it raises up for you.
I want to whisper under my breath to be like, see, I'm really wishing we would have got that extra long trench coat now.
two peoples in a trench coat.
I'm gonna tell you this much right now, Kentaro. You're not sitting on my shoulders.
I'm skinnier.
As
You just meant in general, we're not doing the trench coat routine.
as you guys are having this conversation, Archie leans over to you, Fezzik, and says, "So, lad, how's the adventures going?"
Oh, it's going pretty good. We've had a pretty fun time and got a little special something I wanted to show you. And I pull out that ring.
Okay. Yeah.
I pull out the
you
ring
pull out
and
the ring.
said we won this as a group over in Lerwick.
Really?
Oh
Interesting.
yeah.
I have a story to tell you. Did you get the house?
Oh yeah, we got the house. It's pretty cool. It's just like my
You're
old
gonna
room.
You're gonna want to go back to that house sometime. Really investigate the place. He hands you back the ring gingerly.
Do you know anything about the locked room?
Oh, the locked room? Yeah, you'll get in there eventually. Don't worry about it.
What's in there?
Oh, I can't say it or else it, kind of breaks the rules.
Damn it, that's so fun.
Well, what's Mom's cooking in there?
Go kick down that fucking door.
Oh,
just like we
she's
go back to that house.
cooking land squid tonight.
That's one of my favorite. Oh yeah.
Land squid?
B, as you say this, you see a tentacle and eyes like out of the cauldron that she's
Does it
cooking.
look like if we put like 9 of them in a trench coat, that's our chef back in the fucking...
No, this one is significantly more bestial.
Okay.
It's think like Twilight Princess style Octoroks.
Gross.
Yeah, they're nasty. Bumpy, and they don't look like they would be tasty, but probably tried worse. Being from the hells.
I mean, sometimes you eat a soul.
Right.
Tasty though.
Honestly,
I'd
they
have
don't taste
6
that
souls. Excuse me.
Does eating a
As you guys
soul
are-
make it like cease to exist forever?
After the energy is used up.
I mean, do you really want to talk about that right now before dinner? Because I mean,
So you shit out the soul. That's what you're telling me.
no, you don't shit out the soul. No, it's gone forever. Yeah,
okay.
That person is fucking gone.
Okay, it's dark.
As you guys are talking, bowls get passed out, and there are like big hunks of tentacle, and there's a big like weird square chunk that looks like it was maybe part of the kind of like head cavity taken out as like just like a piece of loaf, and kind of set in this stew that's been kind of burbling in the bowl. It smells lovely, but looks horrific. You guys notice, the two of you that are sitting in the same chair, you look down at the other chairs, and on the seat, in between the top of the seat and the bottom of the seat, is a separation where teeth and a tongue kind of roll out, and they look like they're begging for whatever is on the table.
Oh God, I fucking hate this place.
What? It's great. This food's gonna be
I didn't say that out
amazing.
loud. That's just Kenny.
Are those
Oh.
your pets
Oh.
or your furniture?
Like what the
Hey.
fuck?
Archie speaks up. He says, "Oh, they're
Seriously.
the vagrants. They'll leave when they need to.
You let vagrants in your house?
Well, I mean, if you can get up here, you might as well stay."
Don't
Here,
worry
I'll
about him. Just
I'll
don't sit on him. It'll be fine.
I'll just tell that story now. Everybody at the
Especially
party
knowing-
tonight has heard it anyway. He kind of settles in and lights a pipe, and the fire embers on the inside of the pipe kind of flicker with this iridescent rainbow. Whatever he is smoking seems to be magic of some nature. He takes a
I'll have
puff
what
and
he's having,
exhales.
please.
He exhales this like thick black smoke that just like erupts out of his lungs. He offers it to you.
Oh, pretty please.
You take it.
Make a
You look in
conversation.
there and
Make
it smells like sage and cinnamon. He as he exhales, he says, "So, where I got those things? When I was a younger man, I did a lot of traveling. It's how I got here. I heard that, there were stories of great competitions, lots of good magics, tales from long and long ago that I didn't know and wanted to, so I came up here. Where was I going with that? Oh, right. The chairs. He kind of like looks under the chairs and picks up one of the tentacles and throws it to the chairs, and they kind of tug of war at the tentacle as it elasticizes in between them. He says, "Mimics, when they are growing up, they thought as either a coin or a bracelet or some sort of thing. Small. And then they grow into like a throw pillow or a chair or something that has legs so that they can leave the dungeon and seek food and kind of live a creature's life for a while. Then, when they've spent enough time out in the wild, they go back to the dungeon, turn into a chest, and reproduce."
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
you never
you
knew
didn't-
that?
yeah, you didn't-
never knew that before, Kintar. Oh, I thought everybody knew that. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that's why
Only
we
Toast
have 'em all
that.
the
I thought
time.
you knew.
Didn't we used to, Dad, have like an old table that eventually went back out? It's like an end table for the side.
Yeah, he took off with a book I liked, so I still gotta find him somewhere. But, you leave a book on a sentient table and you're gonna lose it.
Ain't that the truth? Maybe we'll find him in the adventure someday, you know?
That would be special.
I want one of these things so bad.
You want one of
It,
them?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
you,
is
you
that
you don't.
Kintar saying that out loud?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
we might already
He
have one.
turns to you. He turns to you and looks you dead in your eyes. He says, "Go back to that house." And then he goes on to his story. He says, "Anyway,
The house
So-
we won?
yeah, that one.
I fucking knew it.
We
God
get
fucking damn it. Is everything in that house a mimic? What is it? The
I don't
entire
have the
fucking house?
chairs.
The entire
No,
fucking
no,
house
no.
is a mimic.
It's probably
isn't it?
no, it's
kinda.
Yeah, I
it's
fucking
not.
knew it.
It's well. It's
It's a
not a
sentient
mimic
fucking
per
house.
se. If I tell you what it is, the house will try to eat you.
Never mind.
Um,
Don't tell me. We're
this is
good.
Monster House.
No, it's fine. We're good. Don't tell us what it is. Hey, Kintar, shut the fuck up.
No, Kintar didn't say that.
We're fine. Don't worry.
The less we know, the better.
He says, "Those things that you rode in on is from the wizard up north, is it not?
No clue what you're talking about.
The
You know so
horses."
much.
Yeah,
I've
he's
been
traveled
Yes.
around the world
Yes, they
for
are.
quite some time. He has plenty of stories to tell. He'll talk your ear off if you let him.
He's like,
I
"I might
will
be
let him,
super
Fezzik.
ripped."
Your dad is awesome.
He's like, "I might be super ripped and I might look super young." He's like wrinkly and like well tanned. He is ripped, like
Looks like fucking Clint
stupid
Eastwood.
ripped. Uh, he's like, "But you know, I'm an older guy. I've seen quite a bit of the world, and actually,
Well, you know what they say: the older you get, the skin gets looser, just more room for muscle.
yeah, well, you know, that's I like the way you think."
I've
He
known
says,
you
"You hear
longer.
that, honey? My skin's getting loose because I got more room for muscle." And she goes, "Ha, if only."
You're making his head huge over there.
uh,
But
he says,
oh, good.
Go ahead."
I was gonna. Well, Dad, I know you have plenty of stories to tell us, and I'm assuming we'll get to hear a lot of them at the festival. But wanted to make sure you properly introduce my buddies over here before you
Well,
give
no,
them something crazy
first,
for their
first,
life.
first, are we able to dig
Right.
into the food? What's the food taste like?
The food is,
I want to take a bite out of whatever the fuck this squid thing is, because I'm curious.
as they're talking, you take a mindless, like, there's food in front of me, spoonful of whatever
Not
the
even
hell it
necessarily
is.
mindless, more so just like sniffing it for a second and then just like,
Okay.
yeah, what the fuck?
It is
Yeah.
rich and creamy. Think like
Mm.
a coconut curry meets uh, shrimp tempura style or tempura style squid. It's like I said, it's very creamy. It has vegetables made in there in big chunks that have absorbed a lot of the flavors.
I'm happy.
It's got a twinge of sweetness, but ultimately it is a savory overall kind of dish. It is warm. It makes you warm on the inside when you eat it. You did not expect it to be this good.
I'm happy.
But
Uh,
Dad, these two are the people that I took off with on the adventure. B and Kintar. It's kind of like pointing to each of them.
Says,
We
right. You're the two who stole my boy away. No, I'm fucking with you.
I was about to say, just tucking a squid
Don't.
tentacle in as he says that, just like.
But well, we before we go to the festival, we may need to talk a little bit more. But I wanted to make sure is Mom making that crackling stew?
Oh, maybe tomorrow.
Okay,
You
okay.
think you can make the crackling stew tomorrow? She says, "Oh yeah, totally. I have all the stuff for it."
Oh, that'll be perfect. That's my favorite. Well, yeah, but yeah. Tell us another story. What's some of the other fun adventures? I know there's a couple of them I love, but I'll let you pick. You always got the good mind for it.
He says, "All right, let me go get some visual material." And he hops down off of the thing with a as he hits the ground.
I want to try to pet one of the mimics while he's gone.
Okay. You have to kind of like lean over the side of the chair to do so. But as you put your hand down, the mimic kind of pushes the top of the seat into your hand like a cat, and the the tongue like retracts into the body, and it just kind of like
Nope, don't need it.
totally goes still back into kind of chair form. You can tell that like they enjoy being a chair.
I want a snail. I don't want one of those things. Fuck that.
As Dad's leaving the room, I wanted to call out to my mom. Hey, where's Gizmo at? I haven't seen the little guy.
She says, "Oh, look up." And she kind of goes back to cleaning. As you guys look up, Gizmo,
What, do you
one
have a
of
Gary?
the smaller snail moth creatures, is stuck to the ceiling. Uh, she says, "He's been acting funny lately. Don't be surprised if he starts his migration soon. I know he's small, but you never know."
I want
Yeah, he
to.
wants to migrate with us.
As she says that, I kind of want to look up at Gizmo and kind of like
I was gonna
calling a
say, I
dog.
have an entire
Come here,
story
Gizmo. Come here, buddy.
for the
Drop
snail
down. I
not
got
getting
you.
into its migration cycle
you
like
see
Wild
the
Robot.
you see the kind of fronds, the antennae that moths have, kind of out of the snail shell as this fuzzy little face and 6 legs kind of
I want
out
art
of
of this guy too.
the shell, which seems to be wrapped in this really coily material. As its legs come out, you can see they one by one click, 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 fall off of the ceiling, and he drops into your hands. He is heavier than he was last time by a good 15 pounds. And you can tell he's going through metamorphosis.
Oh, you little fatty Bobatty. And it kind of scratches belly a little bit.
You scratch his belly, and his legs kind of curl in on you, and like on your forearms and stuff like that. Your finger comes away, and as it does so, there's this like ectoplasm, this green slime that's really viscous and creates it like Nickelodeon goo.
Slime?
Yeah,
It just
it's
means
slime.
he likes you.
It just comes off of him, and you're like,
Jeez, Fezzik, what were you petting down there?
These creatures are normally slimy. They act a lot like a snail in biology, but just have moth parts. From what you can see, as as you kind of cradle him, he wriggles back, kind of tucks his hind into the shell a little bit more, and you can feel on the inside of his shell this
Oh, little
this
buddy.
thumping against the shell.
You are getting close. Here you go. And I just want to grab like maybe like I don't know, a piece of bread or something of that I can grab off my plate and feed it to him. Maybe a piece of the squid or whatever.
Yeah. You give him a piece of food, and he kind of takes it, and it is like a little you know how caterpillars eat? It's like little tiny bits at a time, but it's in really geometric shapes. It's like un-3D printing something. He kind of just nibbles away at it until it's gone. As you're doing that, your dad comes back into the room with this big, long, rolled up piece of paper and kind of stands at the edge of the table and rolls it out. And what you see is a map of the world. He says, there aren't a whole lot of these, especially this big. No, I got it from somebody across the world. You have to get around the islands of the Fae, and that's dangerous business. The water around there is
I'll look over at Fezzik real quick. Fezzik, are there pet stores in this town?
not anymore.
Not really any pet
Good answer.
stores. It's more of something where it's the animals kind of come to you. You let the animals decide. You don't really, make the decisions for them. It's kind of like those mimics over there. They come to you and they follow you if they want to, but at the end of the day, they're really just wanting food. I kind of toss a little bit of squid over to them. And as long as they get that, they'll grow up and become what they need to be.
Instead of jumping into the air, their legs just extend up. Their legs just extend up to catch the thing out of the air, and then descend back down.
I don't need this SpongeBob shit in my life with these fucking chairs.
Archie kind of gets up onto the table and is standing on this like priceless map. You can tell he's taking careful steps, but he is standing on the map. He says, "All right, I've got. Do you want to hear something from our region or one of the other regions?"
Don't blow their mind too much. Do one from our region.
All right, one from our region.
I'm from the Hells.
Well, legends say a long, long time ago, like 10,000 years ago.
It's not that long.
there lived a group of people before the sun god died. They were magic, special, in a way that nobody is today. They could cast magic without music. They could suggest with a thought. It was incredible. But what I want to focus on is the Lunarans. They are special. They don't technically exist. But they did leave behind stories. And the one I gotta tell you is about Lunara, the patron goddess. She is something of a dark entity. Most people know her as a shadow bringer, or the entity that causes tsunamis and rainfall and wind and other things like that. A necessary evil. But supposedly, the way things went down is that she became angry with her folk and smote them. And to protect those people, the sun god put his body in the way. And that is where we get the Fey Islands. The big teardrop on the map, and he kind of points and circles with his finger the huge teardrop shape of islands in the middle of the map. He says, this is the birthplace of magic as we know it. Everything, whether it be the weather or the origin of the first tones that started to hold everything together after the calamities. Everything starts here. So everything's most powerful there. Now, have I been there? Yeah. Do I remember anything? No.
Is it a party spot?
Depends on who you're hanging with. Where you
Who
go.
were you hanging with?
I don't
can't
remember. I don't remember. But what I do recommend is take a look here. And he kind of points to the outside, maybe 200 to 500 miles off the shore of the Fey Islands. There are stones that kind of dot around them. He says, these are legendarily said to be the spines of an ancient serpent. And in its kind of corpse, as it lays across the world, there's said to be treasure like crazy down there. Now, it's one of the only places I couldn't get to. I've been some crazy places, but as far as I know, that's one of the few legends that are actually legend.
And you would need a ship to get to it?
Yeah, I mean, most places in the ocean you need a ship.
Yeah.
That being said, he says
Alright,
the
boys,
waters
let's go
around
ship.
the waters around the Fey Islands take a special kind of ship.
A
They
ship?
take, well, not like your horses. There's something else. He explains. Because doing that voice is kind of
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, it sounds it.
He explains that there is a type of vessel that happens to be built on the eastern coastline that has sound magic and music magic built into them. They intentionally take the structure of a cello and fuse it to the structure of a ship in equal scale, if that makes sense. And
So-
they use these things to kind of skiff and float over the water when it comes to high waves and dangerous water. making it so it's not so up and down. It's just up and then an arc, and then down and then up and then an arc. It's a smoother transition.
We're gonna have to steal
They
one
sound,
of these.
yeah, they sound like they're probably pretty valuable.
Listen, he could tell you stories for days and days about different things around the world. All of it's crazy, but hopefully we can see some of it soon.
That was what I'm hoping for you, boy. And he says, "I want you to take this." And he pinches the corner of the map, and it shrinks up to maybe the size of a napkin. He says, "That's why this map is rare." And he hands it to you. He says, "Keep it safe. There are things on that map that change."
Thanks, Pop. I appreciate it. Can't believe you'd give me this thing. You've had this thing for so long.
Well, you're old enough now, and you're doing more of the adventuring than your old guy, so it's about time.
Well, unfortunately, as I kind of finished the last little bit of soup I had in the bowl, and has my mom come in from the kitchen? Is she in there
Yeah,
as well?
she's been
Still
sitting at the
Sitting
table, kind of eating with you guys,
Okay, cool.
just listening, totally taking in. Like
They're like, I'm making desserts and I'm making sandwiches for everybody.
she's
You want
she's
dessert?
just happy that like there are people over and her son is home. Like
After
Uh,
Fezzik's last drink, he takes the napkin-sized map and just.
nah, don't do that. Put that in. But before I put it in my pocket while it's still napkin, I want to look over at my mom and dad and be, well, as you can imagine, there's a reason why I'm home. Fortunately enough in time for the festival, but we had some questions to ask you. And I kind of walk over to him with the napkin and point at the particular mountain range. We uh we had something happen here, and we saw a signal of what the same one that is in on the gate in Denaspine Landing, and
your mom takes the note and she just says, "Oh, by Brimstack's beard, where did you find this?
well,
Did you find it out while you were adventuring somewhere away from Denispine?"
we uh we were adventuring
Fezzik,
in the mountain range. Sorry.
do you want me to say the name?
Go ahead. I'm not too good with names.
Yes, I understand. The place that we were visiting was by the name of Flokastroza.
Oh, you went to Flokastroza.
As
I
we were,
really hoped that this wouldn't happen. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. She says, "Come with me." She says, "Archie, plans are changing. We might have to skip at least the first part of the festival. We gotta go talk to the chief." And your mom's demeanor has shifted entirely. Uh, she seems worried, but like adamant to get a job done. Um, she says, "Look, things might get really scary out there, but it's gonna be okay. And you've always got home. Regardless of what you learn, the people here do care about you, even though they're hard. Just remember that, okay?" And she kind of turns and opens the door, and she says, "Now come with me. Enough of this Dawa talk. The chief will have enough of that." She says, "Tell me more about what you've been doing on the road. I heard some of what you were saying, but I've been cooking."
well, we've been working over in what's the name of of
Aaron
this
home.
main Sarenholm?
Aaron
Goodness,
Holm, you shit.
fuck you. Sorry. Um, but in Sarenholm, we met with I believe a king of some sort, King Leon. And kind of look look over at them to like make sure that's right. Uh,
Just fucking B is just giving you fucking devil eyes at this point, just pissed.
yeah,
Just
that's
like,
right.
I
That's right.
swear to fucking God.
But we
Your mom
spoke.
and dad look at each other with really perplexed faces, and they're like, "King."
His name was
Well,
Captain Leon. There's no
we're gonna
king.
We're gonna try and make him king, but
Oh,
that's
Captain.
where
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Oh, love lovely. He's a he's a colorful gentleman, isn't he?
Honorable.
Honorable. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. As you guys kind of walk down the street, you pass by giants of various sizes, kind of like, yeah, hey, Hilda, are you coming to the party? And she's like, no, we gotta take care of something first, but then we'll be there, okay? She says, you got it. We know you'll be there. And they kind of stumble off drunkenly. She says, all right, it's just around the next bend. And you turn the corner, and there is this huge tree. You didn't see it behind the massive snails and the close proximity of all of them, but this tree is gargantuan. It is massive with these red petals and white bark, just like the cherry blossom trees that are kind of sprinkled around in some of the plots of land. Um, Around it, you see a long building with a central point. Think like uh, the Hokage's kind of main building in Naruto. I know that's not super big for you, Fezzik and
Yeah,
Kintaro.
that's right.
I get the
It's
reference. No worries. Fuck them. It's okay.
like fucking Bossing Say, but really small. It's Coruscant, but really small.
Gotcha.
It's a big building.
Gotcha.
With kind of like dome style architecture in the middle that spreads out around the base of the tree. And she says, "In here."
And this is what the temple is, right?
It's partially the temple. It's partially where the leader of this tribe of giants spends his time. As you go in, the smell of incense hits you like a brick wall. And it's got a strange hint of like medicinal herbs and not necessarily still water, but like a mineral, like a damp mineral scent to the air. Um, the thing that hits your vision first is that it is a very large. The interior, it has kind of like a lattice across the top, kind of like a rib cage. In between each rib of wood is like a white thatching of uh, that same wooden plank that you see outside with that big tree. So you can tell that this building is made of the same material as the tree that is inside its walls. The second thing that you see is a massive bed. On this bed is a massive giant with a big white beard, and very sunken, kind of dour-looking eyes. He's in deep brown robes with kind of green mossy textures embroidered into the fabrics, and he looks very still. You can tell that he is either dying or close to the end of his life.
Sorry.
She says, are you open to having guests, Chief? He says, yes, come in. I hear Fezzik is back in town. What do you have for me?
Hey, Chief, we had a little bit of a endeavor into Flokastroza, and we had seen some things that I think some questions could be answered by you.
Flokastroza. I remember when that place was warmer. I was just a boy.
Oh, this guy's old as fuck.
He looks. He kind of turns his head slowly and says, "What have you found, boy? What has come of the home of our people?"
Big elephant man living there? Oops, sorry, I'm not the one that should be talking.
No, that's all right. It was we fought an elephant man, and the place was encased in ice, and we were hired by some important people in uh,
Not
Sarenholm.
a king.
Captain Leon, I believe was his name, as I gotta look at those two. And it was infecting the plains around it. It was making the world cold. And when we went to investigate it, we found an elephant man. Seemed to be attacked a banshee.
I mean, he was a giant, but he could turn into a big elephant man.
He was torturing a
He,
banshee.
He was torturing a banshee.
he,
And every time she screamed, the world kind of got a little bit colder.
he takes a deep breath and lets out this kind of sparkling, rainbow-colored dust that kind of lays across the entire bed and settles in an even layer. He says,
Smoke. I want whatever they're smoking here.
I have looked for these clues for so long. But it seems as though this task belongs to you, young Fezzik.
You want it?
he holds out his hand and it's audible, like as it comes right in front of you. His massive fingers. He says,
Take my hand, boy.
and his hand on your hand is just, he dwarfs you.
I look at him as I kind of put my hand there, and how can it be my task? I'm not even full giant.
He kind of chuckles under a cough and says,
It was never told that giants would figure us out, or what we needed. That was just a selfish hope that I could find a way to stop my brother. Now it is your turn to carry on this legacy.
and he says,
Tell me, did he have a piece of armor?
Yep.
White with blue trim. It allowed him to turn into this elephant creature you spoke of.
Yes, I believe it was one of his legs, a leg piece armor. That same description.
the hand goes up to his beard as he rakes through it, and it sounds like tons of ropes just like being drawn together and then run down the length of. Um, he says,
Keep an eye out. They are dangerous in the wrong hands. And take care of whatever is necessary if it comes to it. Things are changing. Lights to the west.
he kind of coughs through another hefty, wheezing breath. He says,
Do not be afraid of the coming darkness. The quietus of music will be halted by the sounds of the happy.
and he says,
Stay clear of the mountain to the east. The evil there will find your end for you. The time will come when you will need help and be needed. But patience is a virtue.
he coughs and wheezes a couple more times, and your mom steps forward. She says, Do you have any advice for the boy? He says,
Just stay calm. Make friends and music alike. And try to rewrite the legends of Love and Lullaby. Help right the world.
and as he does so, he says,
Now I must rest. I still have to speak at the podium for the ceremonies tonight. So please, allow me my rest.
Not
And
to
I kinda-
speak out of place, your greatness, but how are we supposed to get back in?
If you are meant to go back, you will.
Alright, apologies, and thank you.
and he has a strange look on his face when he says that. Almost a quiet understanding that he doesn't quite know. And that's hard for him being such an old creature. But it's the look that's on his face that you can kind of glean that from. He hands you a stone, maybe the size of a baseball, covered in a thin layer of moss, and says,
Take this to where the world needs it. You will know when it needs it.
I gotta take the
And-
stone and kind of put it away, and I'm assuming I'm still kind of holding his hand. I kind of look at him and thank you, Chief. I'll make our ancestors proud. May Brinsteck
Thank you,
guide my
boy.
way.
May Brimstack guide your way.
he reaches up and puts his thumb on your forehead. And as you, it's kind of just your face.
Yeah.
But you can tell the most of the pressure is going to your forehead. And for as large as he is incredibly gentle. You don't get any pushback or like you feel like you're being toppled over. It is
Yeah.
just a press. Uh, I would like those of you who are not Fezzik to make a perception check.
Well, if this
Ooh.
last time, probably gonna be shit. Ha!
19.
Never mind. 18, bitch.
18 and
19.
18 and
Nice.
19. From where you guys are standing, as he moves his thumb away, you can see a moon shape on his forehead. It's a crescent moon with the opening pointed up, kind of embossed into Fezzik's forehead that fades away.
What other anime have I seen that be a thing? Never mind.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Fuck Moon Knight. But does it stay, or does it just like stay
No,
there
it
and then
fades
like
away.
No, it's almost like it's a blink and you miss it thing. You both just happened to catch it. His thumb moves away, and almost as if the last molecules of his skin leave Fezzik's forehead, the light dissipates.
I just give Kintar the side eye?
Did it look like light was like being shined on him, or did it look like it was something like underneath the skin that was lighting up?
A little bit of both. Subdermal and extradermal light.
Such a specific ask.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just trying to think, like Avatar.
Glowing
Is it
from
like, is it
within
like
him,
the
or is
air?
it glowing on him?
I feel like that's an important thing to know.
I guess it's glowing, Trev. It's important.
Yep, a subtle green glow. It looks like the hair on his forehead illuminates, because Fezzik's kind of fuzzy. It's like a
Fezzik.
light kind of crushed velvet kind of fuzz.
For a second, he has the Anthony Davis fucking unibrow, and then it disappears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom turns to you and says, "Well,
Did his mom see that?
no."
Bullshit.
She didn't make any note of it, at least. Like, nothing seemed amiss.
Okay.
She says, "All right. We'll get you set up for your adventure. And we'll get you some food and some stuff to take along with you, some comforts from home."
Yeah, well, no, we have a real person that loves to eat.
Huh?
So we have a person that loves to eat, so we'll
Yeah.
eat it.
She says, "Oh, is that one that's asleep?"
Yeah, she's
Yes.
nocturnal or something.
Well, if she were nocturnal, she would be up by now, but I don't know. Maybe she's just tired. I thought she was dead when you guys brought her in.
No,
That-
she's
that
alive,
happens
I
a lot.
think. Yeah, that happens though. That's how we
Oh,
met her.
well, that's disconcerting. But uh let's enjoy the night. Let's go and have some fun and I don't know, punch somebody's lights out.
Think I need that about now. And I kind of, after I say that, I kind of go in for a big hug. Just kind of a solo hug for my mom as much as I could.
She picks you up off the ground and kind of like a half suplex, like to where you're kind of like laying on her shoulder and her chest, and then she kind of sits you back down. You looked like you had a question, Kintar.
No.
As you guys leave the building, Fezzik, you hear the giant chief say,
You will do just fine. I promise.
Thank you, Chief.
Of course. He says, now get out, I'm tired.
I
uh,
want to
Let's
say
carry
under
on
my
out.
breath, I'm not sure that guy's gonna make it to the festival tonight.
Bit of a dick thing to say. Just
As
keeps
you
walking behind
guys-
Kintar.
as you guys leave the building,
The
Fezzik,
old man dies.
I wasn't making fun of him for it. I'm concerned.